Now.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Dan Hagan. Today on Up North at 4, a local restaurant owner will join the program to mix up some game day drinks. Plus, friend of the program, Bill Vankus, will stop by to talk about free tax help at the ADRC. And finally, I'll chat with an accounting instructor about his tips for saving and investing money. We'll get to all that in a bit, but first, here's your top 4 at 4. Almost 8,000 people toured a light display at Rondelay Ranch this winter. This raised a lot of money for 2 local causes. Rondelay Ranch, by the way, is an event venue about 10 miles west of Rhinelander. Visitors of their light display were asked for a donation. Now today, $26,000 was donated to the Salvation Army and $7,000 was donated to the Lakeland Union High School Marching Band. Band members volunteered for the light display and they're raising money to go to the Rose Bowl in 2023. The Wisconsin Department of Transportation is waiving part of the test drivers take to be school bus certified. This is an attempt to address the labor shortage in school transportation. This was a requirement that drivers had to identify engine parts, but that's no longer a requirement. School districts and contractors have also raised wages and offered signing bonuses to attract drivers. Down in Beloit, Wisconsin, the school district had to briefly cancel in-person school earlier this month because it couldn't staff its bus routes to get kids to their classes. Wisconsin's unemployment rate is the lowest in state history. Unemployment hit 2.8% in December after tying the previous low of 3% in November. This comes amid a worker shortage in the state and nationwide. Governor Evers has devoted $130 million toward job training and workforce development. A Minocqua native is heading to the 2022 Winter Olympics. Kevin Bolger qualified as a member of the U.S. cross-country ski team. Bolger graduated from Lakeland Union High School in 2011. He posted on his Instagram account saying, "It's been a long, crazy journey and a dream come true." Also saying that he can't wait to represent the U.S. on the world's biggest stage. The Olympics will be right here on Newswatch 12 and kick off on February 4th. You know, if there was an Olympics for weather, Jeff Weller would be there. He joins us now. Jeff, a cold, cold day out there.
Yeah, hey Dan, happy Thursday. Lots of cold air out there today with high temperatures back in the single digits. Tomorrow, pretty much the same thing, but we got some sunshine out there currently, and we like that. It sets around 4:46 this evening, and then tomorrow we'll be back again. A full day of sunshine tomorrow with temperatures hanging out near 10. Right now, though, it's 6 in Rhinelander with a west-northwest breeze and a dew point there very low, about 10 degrees below zero. Lots of static in the air today due to the really low moisture content. All right, Wausau, you're at 7, so you win that battle, right? A west breeze around 7 and a dew point there of 9 below zero. All right, so around the horn, everybody's cold. We're hanging out in the single digits, pretty much everybody. There's a couple 10s in there, but overall, well, the problem is going to be tonight now. Again, the air is going to go calm for several hours tonight, and that's going to allow for radiational cooling. We're going to have some low temperatures tonight down near 25 below zero actual air temperatures, and then not recover much tomorrow. We're talking 11 tomorrow, 15 Saturday with some snow in the forecast Saturday, 9 on Sunday. So a very cold week ahead ongoing. Keep in mind the average high is 22, the average low being 3. That record low should not be in jeopardy tonight, but it's going to be close, right? And then here's our snowfall, 7.6 so far this month. We could use some more, and we have 2 systems on the way. One arrives for us later on Friday night, and the other one gets in here later on Sunday, Saturday into Sunday. Well, each one could bring an inch or 2 of snow, so be ready for that if you're traveling this weekend. Your full forecast at 5 o'clock.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
Wherever you are in life, Rasmussen University offers the flexibility and support you need to earn your associate's, bachelor's, or master's degree. Here in Wausau or online nationally at any time. With a dedicated advisor, mentoring, and career services before and after graduation, it's go time. You take the first step, and we'll help you take the next. Start now at rasmussen.edu. At Rasmussen University, green means go.
Don't miss a new Law & Order Thursday.
Hometown champ. They find him barely conscious.
Did we have any idea that he had a double life?
She's lied to us since the beginning. On this job, you never know what anyone is capable of. What is all of this?
I thought I'd pretend to be in love with you.
What were you doing with Stabler?
It's none of your business.
I'll have your bitch and your wife.
An all-new Law & Order Thursday, tonight on NBC.
The Winter Olympics, brought to you on NBC 12 by North Star Restoration Services.
We're back in Up North at 4 with Christy Turkelson from North Fork Fin and Fillet up in Arbor Vitae. Christy, how are you doing?
I'm great. Thank you.
It's so good to see you again.
It's great to be back.
It's been a little while.
It has been.
And it's been about a year for your business now, your restaurant up in Arbor Vitae. How has it been going?
Awesome. I mean, all things considered, having a restaurant in the middle of a pandemic and you know, opening a new business, and it's been fantastic, honestly. I mean, the Northwoods really embraced a new concept, and most people were so excited to see the plantation, you know, grow into something new and a new chapter.
You took a leap because you left Bitters and Bowl, which of course is you made that into what it is, and then you walked away, and then now you're doing your own thing. How does that feel to you?
It's exciting. I mean, it's a new adventure. We've seen a lot of new faces, a lot of old faces, and all in all, it's every day's an adventure. That's what I say a lot. Yeah.
And what really shocked me when I went in for the first time is the interior looks nothing like the plantation. I've had a cabin up in Arbor Vitae since I was a kid. We have some footage of the North Fork Fin and Fillet now, and you totally revamped the interior. Yeah,
we went in honestly with a shoestring budget and wanted to lighten it up, brighten it up. You know, they did a great job for 50 years. You know, the previous owners, and we just wanted to bring it into today, you know, instead of yesterday, but still incorporate some of the history. So we feature a lot of the different areas from Arbor Vitae on the walls and some old photography.
And it looks amazing. You did a great job with it.
Thank you.
It looks modern, but yet has a sense of history in there. Is that kind of what you're going for?
Yeah, absolutely.
And now you're also part owner and mixologist, master mixologist.
Master mixologist.
You know you had a passion for liquor.
Pouring it for others, yes.
So what do we have in front of us? You know, the Packers are coming up. They're playing this weekend, this Saturday, right? So you have some Packer-themed drinks for us, right?
Yeah, we figured, you know what, whether you're going out to the bar this weekend or you're going to be home, why not put together some cocktails that you can easily make yourself? So one of our new favorites, it's called Shanky's Whip. It's a black Irish whiskey, and it's really, when you hear whiskey, some people panic, right? But it's kind of like a liqueur, so it's a mix. It has highlights of caramel and vanilla. So what we're gonna have you guys try today, we're gonna mix it with a little bit of hot chocolate.
So good.
Yeah.
Everything is great with hot chocolate, right?
Of course, I forgot you're on the keto diet, but you're gonna.
So we're gonna be, we're just gonna go for it here.
Okay.
So so this is the Shanky's Whip with hot chocolate.
Yes, and then just a little bit of Cool Whip.
I don't think it's keto friendly.
No, it's okay though. We can.
It could be a cheat day.
But it can be a cheat day.
It's a cheat day.
Right?
I haven't had one of those yet.
Cheers, Jeff.
Thank you.
Might be a little warm, so be careful.
Cheers.
Cheers. We got the Lambo mug too.
Okay, so this.
That's straight from Lambo, actually. Oh, I like the whipped cream. That's a good effect.
It's on your nose.
Is there something on my face?
Dad.
It's a good effect.
Jeez.
So the next drink.
It's still there.
So the next one.
Very tasty.
Yes, thank you. So the next one, we're calling it a Lambo Leap Mimosa.
Okay.
And I did have to bring my good friend, Leroy.
The inventor of the Lambo Leap.
Yep, the inventor of the Lambo Leap, 1993. And then he now has a line of vodka called Leap. And it's really nice. It's a crafted vodka, gluten-free, and it makes this fun split colored drink.
And of course, mimosas are popular on the weekends, so this is perfect for that.
Yes.
How do you get that mixed effect?
Well, I'm going to teach you. You guys are going to make your own.
All right, here we go.
In the glass right now, we have about 2 ounces of orange juice. So we're going to have you grab the shot. It's about half a shot of the Leap vodka.
Got it.
That'll go on first.
It's going in.
Yep. And then you're going to grab your favorite, either Prosecco or Champagne, and go just shy of the top. Leave about room for about half a shot. There you go.
Okay.
Whoops.
That's all right. And then you're going to top it with the blue curacao.
Okay. So
I don't see any green.
It'll happen.
Yeah, yellow and blue make green.
Oh my gosh.
Right? Not only are we drinking, we're combining science. And
This is a science
Yellow and
experiment.
blue make green?
yeah.
All right, so there we go. Look at this. It's maybe keying out a bit because of the green screen behind us.
That is a fun effect. Cheers. So it's
Cheers.
blue curacao makes that effect.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yep. And if you don't want alcohol or you want it to be child friendly, you can take, I made a real easy, simple syrup. So do equal amounts of water and sugar and add some blue food coloring to replace the blue curacao. And then instead of the champagne, you can do like a sparkling white grape juice and then your orange juice, and it's friendly for everybody.
Or you can be happy doing this.
Or that.
Or that, either one.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Christy. Definitely check out North Fork Fin and Filet
Thank
up in
you.
Arborvite. It's a wonderful restaurant. Thanks so much for joining us on the program.
Thanks for having us. Thank you. Appreciate it.
We'll be right back after the program. Bill Venkis from the ADRC will join us.
Welcome to Patchouli Garden in Park Falls. We love authentic Indonesian patchouli and we specialize in our original custom blends. Everything with the Patchouli Garden name on it we make right here in our store. Visit Patchouli Garden in the store or online.
Sick of waiting for your furniture to arrive? Menards has furniture you need in stock. Plus, you get a free rug. That's right. Buy any upholstered living room furniture at $299 or more and get a free 5x7 area rug. That's $149.99 in savings. Need a new chair? How about a sectional? A new recliner or love seat? Buy one today. Get a free rug. Hurry up. Get to Menards before they're gone. In store only while supplies last.
Save big money at Menards.
Olson Solar Energy would like to thank you for trusting us with your local solar installations this past year. To those of you who are still considering solar, give us a call to set up a free evaluation and get your project booked for next year. Discover the benefits of a lower or no energy bill and take advantage of federal tax credits. The time is now. Go green, save green with Olson Solar Energy.
On Jeopardy!
At this point, there are only 2 players in Jeopardy history who have won more games.
Super champ Amy Schneider has won over $1.1 million.
That is a very impressive number. She just keeps impressing us.
And her clue response accuracy is over 95%.
That is correct, and you just ran that category.
Can her historic run continue?
Let's see what happens. Let's dive into the Jeopardy round.
Find out on Jeopardy!
Jeopardy! Weekdays at 4:30 on NBC 12.
Thursday's community calendar on Up North at 4 is brought to you by Merrill Steel.
Due to an adverse product mix differential, our sales revenue for Q2 was flat.
Did you take into consideration at all my department's profits?
Blah, 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 blah.
Make your dreams a reality. Book your snowmobile trip to Saint Germain today. Call us at the Chamber and we'll make sure you're taken care of.
Like peanut butter and jelly, Mario and Luigi, drinks and taxes, right? Isn't that how it goes, Bill Venkis?
And then death, usually. And taxes, yes.
Mr. Vegas, thanks so much for joining us on the program today.
Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Well, we are talking about tax help with the ADRC and some other organizations. Just tell us about that.
Okay, Rhinelander has a tax aid site, one of 75 in the state of Wisconsin and one of about 3,000 or 4,000 in the country. So this is a big organization, and it's really a conglomeration. The IRS supplies the software, and they do the training. We have to take the test and pass it through them. The AARP Foundation supplies money to buy the computers and the printers and supplies and things like that. Then each community has volunteers that that volunteer to do it. And then we also need host sites like the ADRC that allow us to come in and utilize their facility. So this is really a group effort to put this thing together.
Sure is. And most people are just getting their forms now in the mail. What should they be putting together and then to take to your office?
Everything. Everything that sounds tax related. So, anything that shows income, anything that can be used as a deduction or a credit. So, I mean, there's really not a whole lot new this year. There's a couple of tweaks with the child tax credit and a few things like that, but really not much new. So if they get any W-2s, any 1099s, any statements like that, put them in. And what we do is they would, if they wanted us to do their taxes, they will call the ADRC. The ADRC will make an appointment, schedule an appointment with them, and then they will have to come in and pick up an envelope. And in that envelope will be an information sheet that talks more about it. And then there's an intake form that they'll fill out. And it's very good. It asks, do you have any W-2s? Do you have any 1099s? So it really will walk them through the process of what they're gathering. Yeah.
We have an infographic here showing the phone number, the location, that sort of thing. You can call that number on your screen, 715-369-6170. Again, at the ADRC of Oneida County. And it looks like 50 or older are eligible. Is that right?
Oh, no. Well, the primary emphasis is on 50 and older, low to moderate income, but we'll actually do any age for people, so that's not a problem. But because it's sponsored by the AARP, because it's at the ADRC, it's everything senior about it.
I see.
So that's why, and that's truly what it started out as. It's been morphing a little bit, but yeah, we'll do most of them. But our average is retired type person.
Yeah, and taxes can be confusing to a lot of people. I mean, they've made it, IRS websites. Your help, of course, is needed as well. Have you seen lots of people utilize this service through the years?
Yes, I've been doing it. There's 8 of us that volunteer here in Rhinelander. This will be like about my 12th year. I'm one of the short timers. We've got some people that have done it for over 20 years. Our last full year was tax year 2019, because in March of 2020 they shut us all down. But that prior year, that full year, we did over 600 returns here in Rhinelander. So we do a lot of returns.
That was a COVID shutdown?
Yes, yeah, that was March of 2020 when they coded. So if you go back to so we only did a half a year that year. Yeah. But if you go back the year prior to that, we were over 600 returns that we do. And of those, that's state and federal returns, of which we prepare and then we e-file for them. And then we also check to see if they're eligible for a homestead credit. And we had about 175 people that did that. So we have a number of people. We'll schedule, we schedule 30 a day. We do it 2 days in Rhinelander a week. So we do 30 each day. So we do 60 a week. So our first appointments are for February 14th is when we're starting. We're hoping to do a soft start the week before, but the tax layer, the software that we use, hasn't released the Wisconsin program yet. So this is kind of like building a plane while it's taking off. All of the parts are still coming together.
Hurry up and wait, right?
Yes. So, and I should mention, there's also a site in Eagle River, and there's also a site in Minocqua. That's our little area up here. And then, if you go to the south, it would be like Anigo and Stevens Point and Marshfield and places like that. So there's, like I said, there's 75 sites within the state.
Well, reach out to the United County ADRC if you want tax help. Bill Vankus, thanks so much for joining us on the show.
Thank you very much.
Okay, right after this break, I'm going to talk to a Nicolay instructor, talk to him about money tips. We'll do that in a few minutes.
Enjoy the serenity of northern Wisconsin all year long. First stop, Shquagaman Adventure Company. Skis, skates, snowshoes, and fat bikes. Kayaks, canoes, and paddleboards. Shquagaman Adventure Company. Stop by the store or visit us online.
Amy Schneider has won 36 games and over $1.1 million.
Well, today's show is another shot for you, Amy, and a first shot for your challengers. It's a lot of pressure.
Next Jeopardy!
Jeopardy! Weekdays at 4:30 on NBC 12.
Sweet pillows of softness.
This is soft.
Holy Charmin.
Excuse me.
Roll it back, everybody. Charmin Ultra Soft is so cushiony soft, you'll want more, but it's so absorbent, you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
For your most brilliant smile, Crest has you covered.
Nice smile, Brad. Nice. Thanks.
Crest 3D White. 100% stain removal. Crest, the #1 toothpaste brand in America.
taking a chance.
Some traditions just keep getting better and better. Ford F-Series, the official truck of the NFL and America's best-selling trucks 44 years and counting. Now get a built Ford Tough F-150 with 0.9% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 bonus cash. Only at your local Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
Welcome back to Up North at 4. Let's talk personal finance for a few minutes. We have Joel Denamer. He's a teacher at Nicolay College. He's teaching accounting right now. And Joel, just talking with you, it seems like personal finance can be simplified, and it should be simplified. Is that right?
Absolutely. And the first thing I usually tell people is to make sure you have a personal budget that's documented somewhere, whether that's on a piece of notebook paper or in an Excel spreadsheet, but just write down where are your sources of income coming from every month and what are you going to be spending on every month. And then as the month is actually happening, monitor those budgets and actually write down what did you spend on certain things and try to stay within that budget.
And your second here on a list that we've made of your tips is pay yourself first. What does that mean?
So pay yourself first just means take money right off of your paycheck or have your employer take money right off of your paycheck and put it into a retirement account. So a lot of us have pension plans through our employer. So what you want to do is try to maximize as much of that contribution as you can to match whatever your employer is willing to match into your pension. So if your employer is willing to match up to 3% of your pension contribution, try to put at least that much in there. And as much as you can afford to put into that, put as much as you can into that, because someday you're really going to thank yourself when it comes time to retire.
But what about saving money perhaps for a house purchase? You probably don't want it tied all up in there, right? Because there's a penalty to take it out.
Absolutely. So yeah, you want to save money on a monthly basis for some of those large ticket items that you're going to be buying at some point, whether that's a home or a car, or even like your child's college education at some point. And speaking of college education, I think one of the best saving vehicles to save for that is a 529 plan. And we have a great one in Wisconsin, and it's called the EdVest program. And that operates very similar to a retirement plan in that you put money into that, it grows tax-free over your child's life until it comes time for them to go to college. And then as long as they pull that money out for qualified education expenses, the money comes out all tax-free.
Okay, that sounds like a bonus. Let's talk about another item on your list, long-term investing. What do you mean by that?
Okay, well, what I mean is don't try to time the market. You might hear a lot of people say, well, I'm buying and selling all these stocks on a daily basis. That's a quick way to lose money. That's not easy to do, and it's very risky. The best way to make money in the market is to have a goal of long-term investing. Generally, the market goes up and down on an annual basis a little bit, but if you have a long-term goal, chances are you're going to make money.
And should I just buy individual accounts? Should I do kind of a cross-section of the market with an index fund?
Generally, index funds are better if you can get into mutual funds that are more diversified than individual stocks. And if you're going to go with an investment advisor, I always recommend to people to try to find an investment advisor that's more fee-based so that their pay is based on how well your portfolio performs, as opposed to someone who maybe gets paid on a commission basis, and then they get paid every single time you buy and sell an investment. And that's not always in your best interest.
Let's go to the next item on the list. Put money aside. What do you mean by that?
Well, if you're like me and you own your home, you have some big expenses that come due every year. I have a property tax bill that comes due in December. Most of us do that own a home. And I don't have enough money to pay for that every December. So what I do is I have a couple $100s taken out of my checking account every month and put into a special savings at my bank. And at the end of the year, I have enough money to pay that property tax bill. I also have different bills, like my homeowners and car insurance bill comes due once a year. And I do have a goal at some point in a couple of years from now of buying a vehicle, or maybe that vacation home, or even a vacation. If I can save a little bit of money every month, it's going to make that more affordable someday.
Okay, well, speaking of vehicle, we'll get to that in a little bit. We have one more item on the list before that. Let's look at the list one more time. Pay off credit card debt. What do you mean by that? It seems pretty obvious.
Okay. Try not to ever run a credit card balance. Those interest payments will really kill your budget. Try not to buy anything if you can't afford to buy it right now. Try not to put that on your credit card, because those interest payments will really add up. In addition to that, I would say car loan payments, mortgage payments, the sooner you can pay those off, the better. It may look more attractive in the short term to stretch those payments out because your monthly payments get a little smaller, but over the course of that car or that home, those interest payments really add up, and you'd like to avoid those as much as possible.
And finally, buy a used car.
Well, that's a bit of advice that I've been using for quite a while, and I told all my family and friends about this. But the old adage is that new car depreciates almost as soon as you drive it off the lot. I always say let someone else depreciate that car for you. If you can buy a used car that's maybe 1 or 2 years old, have a couple thousand miles on it, you can save yourself a few $1,000s and get a car that's just as nice as that new vehicle.
Well, Joel Denamer, thank you so much for joining us on Up North at 4. A lot of good tips there. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Dan.
We'll be right back on Up North at 4.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart. Planning an outdoor winter adventure? You need the app from the weather team you can rely on. The WJFW Weather Watch app, featuring hourly and daily forecasts, high-resolution imagery, and opt-in push alerts to let you know when severe weather approaches. With all these features, you'll know the best days to be on the ice or when there will be fresh powder on the trails. The WJFW Weather Watch app is available in your app store now. Sponsored by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress. Weather Watch 12, from where you live.
I know there's conflicting information about Dupuytren's contracture.
I thought I couldn't get treatment yet.
Well, people may think that their contracture has to be severe to be treated, but it doesn't. If you can't lay your hand flat on the table, talk to a hand specialist.
But what if I don't want surgery?
Well, then you should find a hand specialist certified to offer non-surgical treatments.
What's the next step?
Visit findahandspecialist.com today to get started.
Hi, my name's Chad. I went and saw a neurologist and had several MRIs, and they found out that I had spinal neuropathy. The neurologist at the hospital decided that the only treatment was medication. I didn't find that acceptable, so I called Spinal Aid to get a free consultation. After working with Spinal Aid, I'm able to walk, I'm able to sleep, I have balance, my overall comfort of life is 100% better.
Are you experiencing weakness, numbness, and/or pain in your feet or hands? These sensations might even be affecting other areas of your body along with your balance. You might have already been diagnosed with peripheral neuropathy and are taking drugs such as Lyrica, gabapentin, or Cymbalta that never seems to help. Neuropathy pain ultimately diminishes your quality of life. The Spinal Aid Center of Wausau can help relieve the symptoms of your neuropathy. Call Spinal Aid of Wausau today to see if our treatment methods are right for you. Call 715-203-1508 to schedule your neuropathy severity consultation.
Okay, it's Thursday, time to think about the weekend. First off, this Friday in Eagle River, the Warehouse Community Arts Center is having its winter showcase. If you don't know the Warehouse, it's an awesome art and music classes and all sorts of different kind of classes, but they're having a showcase. It'll be free Friday, 5:30 to 7 p.m., and that's in downtown Eagle River. Now up in the Manitowish Waters area, the Toy Lake Swamp State Natural Area. It's a wonderful, beautiful area. There's going to be a snowshoe hike done by the North Lakeland Discovery Center. It's going to be about history, nature education. Reach out to the North Lakeland Discovery Center, more about that. And we have a Northwoods Blizzard Blast-Off, a cornhole tournament up in Conover. And that is all the time we have. We'll have more from Jeff on weather at 5 and 6.